First, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I...
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is McCarthy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys?
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early,
and got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a give to Brooks running right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Saints at 4-6 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it'll bring up 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
That's good for a Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This now a 3rd and 4. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Looking to throw McCarthy. It's complete to Lockett. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Now McCarthy. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jonathan Brooks with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right? Yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Moment to try.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Foster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Brooks. Shedding the tackle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Saints. Jonathan Brooks. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Escapes the defender. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. To the air with McCarthy. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Here's McCarthy. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question. And neither is another pick 6.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Here now a 3rd down and 8. McCarthy operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
McCarthy going to throw again.
It's caught. Lockett. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's got room. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Herbert has it knocked free, and the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Evans has it left side. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second down and 6 now. Throwing again, McCarthy.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Down the left sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of... Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the...